We've been telling you about a nationwide shortage of life-saving cancer drugs for children. The Food and Drug Administration tells us that 14 drugs are in short supply. Now, here's something we wondered about. 15 months ago, Republicans and Democrats introduced bills in the Congress to solve the problem. The Preserving Access to Life-Saving Medications Act would require drug companies to notify the FDA if a shortage is coming. Both parties and the president support the bills, yet they haven't passed. We asked Dr. Jon LaPook to tell us about the shortage and then go to a place he'd never worked before, the U.S. Capitol.
When you're 10 months old and fighting leukemia, like Elena, this is what a good day looks like. 80% of children with her kind of cancer can be cured with the right medications.
What's going on over there?
But 2 months ago, her dad, Mark Schoneveld, was told her chemotherapy drug, methotrexate, was running out.
You know, you just pray that that stuff is handled by the professionals and that people do their jobs and get it done.
But it's not getting done. Dozens of cancer drugs are running out. The reasons include manufacturing problems and reduced production due to lower profits with generic drugs. FDA Commissioner Dr. Margaret Hamburg.
The industry has to not be afraid to let the FDA know if they have a problem so that we can get in there and work with them to fix it before it results in a shortage.
The FDA says the two bills that have been languishing in Congress would help fix the problem.
You're saying pass it?
We met with sponsors of the legislation, Republican Senator Susan Collins, Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar, and Representatives Diana DeGette, a Democrat, and Tom Rooney, a Republican.
Can you explain this to Americans? You have something that's truly life-saving. You have both parties agreeing on it, and yet it cannot get brought to a vote.
I don't know what has to happen for people to recognize that this has to happen.
Why would we turn our backs on these patients and on the medical community who needs this help when we know something works?
Why does it take months and months? Why not today?
I've been in Congress 16 years. I have never seen a Congress where it was more difficult to pass legislation. I think you should call the leadership and ask them why they haven't brought this bill up for a vote.
So we did. We showed up at Speaker of the House John Boehner's weekly press briefing.
Why is it that legislation that everybody agrees is desperately needed is taking so long to pass?
The Congress is working on this. The Senate is getting ready to move a bill. The Energy and Commerce Committee is getting ready to mark up a bill in early May. But I would also ask, where's the administration been? Where's the President of the United States been?
When we spoke to the legislators, they said to talk to you about the leadership.
I respect the committee process. And the committees have their work to do to investigate this.
Remember, that committee process began over a year ago. During that year, another of Elena's drugs has hit the shortage list, leucovorin. She needs it to soften chemo's toxic effects.
The leucovorin doses, I can't imagine what it would be like without it. When you have diaper rash that's literally an open wound over your whole bum, it's like screaming in pain. It's horrible.
Legislation has now cleared a committee, but still needs a vote by the full Senate. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid.
Explain to me why it takes 14 months since that first bill was introduced before anything is even beginning to look like it's going to happen.
Well, you know, as I said, things take a long time. That's when someone's been a governor in the state, they come to Congress and they go, wow, what's going on here? But that's the way we've always been.
As one of the leaders, can you go and talk to somebody and say, come on, move it along? I mean,
Doctor,
what can you do?
I would say this. First of all, things have happened. We'll have it on the floor soon. It's a step in the right direction. But there's no way that I or anyone else can explain how slowly things move here in the Senate. It's been that way for 230 years.
Fortunately, Elena has not yet missed any medicine, but others have. This legislation, while not the entire solution, is at least a step in the right direction.
You're pretty good in Washington. John, thanks very much.